How's everyone feeling about some comedy? I'm in the mood. Yeah? All right, let's get Cody Spyker up to the stage. Come on.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Hello. Hi, sweet babies. Oh, thank you, thank you. Such a treat to be here, everybody. I'm going to start off by saying, I think you can tell by looking at me, I have pretty cool parents. Pretty cool parents. So cool that I was driving down on South Broadway today, and there was a billboard up. It said, "Take time to be a dad today." So I did. I did. I smoked some weed, went for a walk by myself in the woods. You know, pulled a real Papa Spyker. That's my lineage, everybody. I'm not going to lie to you, though. I'm not going to lie. My parents weren't perfect. They weren't. I think the glaring evidence of that is that my first name is Cody. C-O-D-Y. You guys, what were they thinking? Right? Why would you do that to a baby? It's outrageous. I guess my gripe with it, to be honest, is that it's just not a sexy name, and not by any stretch of the imagination, right? Cody is like, it's okay that wasn't their first priority, me coming out of the womb and all. You can tell for some parents that was. It was part of the equation for them. Crystal's mom and dad were like, our baby girl's gonna get laid. Not my mom and dad, no ma'am. My mom and dad were like, our baby girl is gonna wear so many cardigans. She's gonna try her best. Thanks, Mom and Dad. It's just doubly as ironic that that's my name, because I was born, I was born 2.5 months premature. So took my parents totally by surprise, didn't have a name for the first 2 weeks of my life, right? So that means that my mom and dad, these dinguses, had 2 weeks of looking at me and my baby face. And then one day, out of nowhere, they're holding me and they're like, oh, I've got it. I've got it. Let's just name this little ray of sunshine after every boy skateboarder and yellow lab we've ever met. She will reign victorious. Kind of outrageous. But I'm doing well in life. I don't want to lead you astray. I'm doing pretty well. It's April, everybody, but I want to share with you at the beginning of the year, I did make a good New Year's resolution to myself. I bought a yoga membership. I did, because my resolution this year was to just embody a more full cliche of a white woman. And I'm crushing it right now. I really am. I'm not the only one with this resolution, I guess, though, because classes have been just packed, right? I was in a yoga class the other day, and it was about the size of the stage, and there were 45 people in this class, right? It was just mat to mat to mat to mat to mat, tight quarters. And I was there, I was in the middle of class, and we were doing a pretty dope forward lunge. I would show you it, but you don't deserve that yet. We were there, and the teacher was going around. She was spectacular, okay? She was like, all right, you guys, new year, new you. It's time to get fierce, okay? It's time to set some new intentions for yourself. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to gather energy in your spine and send it out the top of your head. And I want you to look up, and I want you to look that tiger in the eye. And I was like, oh, man, I'm on board with this. This is great. So I'm in that forward lunge. I gather my energy. I send it out the top of my spine. I look up, you guys. And there's really no other way to say it, but I looked directly into the tiger eye of the woman ahead of me. If you get what I'm saying, I looked directly into her soul, okay? Right there. And you think that you feel uncomfortable right now? Can you imagine how I felt in that moment? It sent me spiraling in this crisis of like, oh my God, why me? Why is this happening? And then it hits me, right? Not only am I locking eyes with this jungle cat, there's a woman behind me looking directly into my tiger's eye. It's just like the sexiest human centipede you've ever seen in your whole life. Cool. I'm a nanny with a college degree, everybody. Is anyone else living their best life? Anybody? I don't mean to gripe. They're great little kids. I've been with them for a couple years, like 5 years old and 2 years old. I gotta be honest though, the 5-year-old is a bit of a know-it-all. Okay, I'm like, all right, kid, I got 22 years on you. Let me show you how to do this coloring sheet. You know what I mean? She loves telling me what to do though. She really does. And we were driving around in the truck the other day. She pipes up from the back seat and she says, hey, Coco, right up here at this next light, you want to take a left, right where that fat-ass truck is turning. I almost crashed the car. It was the funniest thing I'd ever heard in my life. And I told her mom that afternoon, I was like, you don't even have to pay me for today. That made it worth it for me. And I work for a very bouldery family. And so her response was like, oh, no. We don't really use that kind of language around our house. So there's no way she would have known that word. I was just like, why would you take this away from me? This is all I have left. I'm going to get your kid on record saying the words fat-ass truck because I know what I heard. And lo and behold, we're driving around. A couple days later, she pipes up again from the back seat, and she says, hey, Coco, look. It's another fat-ass truck. You guys, my head snapped over so quick, and I saw it. And she was saying the words FedEx truck. No! Foiled! I was so upset. I was like, I guess you don't know everything, do you? We got to work on your pronunciation, kiddo. I was like, that is a FedEx truck. It's a FedEx truck. And as I was saying it, I was like, all right, here we go. Little one, that right there is a fat-ass truck. That's a fat-ass truck. That's a fat-ass driver. That's a fat-ass package. And that's the fat-ass postal delivery service that keeps this country running. She's cute. Her sister's cute, too. Cuter, maybe, arguably. She was cute, though, when she was learning how to use language and words, and she would accumulate them so fast. But I remember, like, the turning moment was one day a couple months ago when she looked up at me, and she goes, I love you. I was like, oh, I love you. She goes, I love you. I was like, I love you. She goes, I like you. What are you, my ex-boyfriend? For someone that can't walk straight, you sure are backpedaling awfully quick. I don't know if we're going to survive this one, kiddo. Give me that applesauce. That's my applesauce now. That leads me into, I know the question on everyone's mind right now at this moment. Am I single? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yeah. Yeah. Still, okay, yeah, I am. And I actually just quit my serving job. I was a nanny and a server in a restaurant. So I'm single, I'm broke, you guys, so it's kind of like, fellas, the only tight thing about me is my budget. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Kind of ridiculous. I know I made fun of the mom in that family for using bouldery language, but I actually used to live in Boulder as well. So I mentioned that because I did break up with a boyfriend a couple months ago, and you can tell that I used to live in Boulder because of how I told her about that split. I said, you know, it wasn't so much a breakup as it was a breakthrough. Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to hike myself up those pretty, pretty mountains and throw my body down. As you wish. You can't come back from stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can't. But I wonder, are you guys into the oh God, what is it? It's inline skating. Oh, I'm sorry, online dating. I always mix those up. I mix them up because they're so similar, really. If you break it down, they are. At least they were for me on the outside looking in. It's kind of like, that's sleek. That's sexy. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to look good doing that. But after a couple hours of both, you're just still at the public park, knees bloodied, crying, and alone anyway. That was my experience. Anyway, I bumbled, everybody. I bumbled pretty hard for like 4 days. One of those swiping apps. I didn't like it. I couldn't do it. I hated people because of it. Because to be honest, I have a very romanticized idea of what I'm looking for in my head, okay? Proof of that, my grandma met my grandpa when she picked him up on the side of the road as a hitchhiker in his full military uniform. Come on. That's how she found her husband. Come on. 6 kids. What? What? I get on Bumble, I just immediately hate everyone. The bios are the worst part. I think we can all agree on that. What people say about themselves. One guy said, I don't want to ruin your mascara. I want to ruin your lipstick. Yeah, yikes. No thanks, man. I'm into dudes that lick my eyeballs, so joke's on you. Also ones that make me cry. Call me. But yeah, so that's my disclaimer. I'm a bit of a romantic, okay? I'm just waiting for that right fit, that right person. So that's why I pick up every single hitchhiker I see. Fingers crossed one of these days. Fingers crossed. I don't get along with men, though. I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard for me to relate to them. That wasn't supposed to be funny, but thank you for pitying me. I don't get along with men until I had a revelation recently. I realized this, and I hope you guys take this home with you. I realized that late at night after a show, when a horny man, tries to talk to me in order to get to my lady bits, okay? It is the exact same situation as when I have to talk to a man in order to get to his dog, right? Lock eyes, you're just like, yeah, I don't care about you at all, whatever. So, my goodness, look at you! Oh, you are cute. So fluffy. Oh my goodness, what's her name? Cody? Yep, that's cute. Saw that coming. For the 90% of you that weren't here in the beginning of that set, it's a great callback that you missed. Anyway, take that in your pocket. That's a good little way to interact with humans. It's not. Do you guys go to counseling? Anybody go to therapy? Is that a good segue? I go to therapy. I do. It helps me. It helps me figure out my stuff, and I think it should be totally destigmatized. By therapy, I should clarify. I go right up to the establishment, through the doors, and straight back to the knick-knack section of Goodwill. I call it comparison therapy, everybody. You spend like 10 to 15 minutes just rummaging through the sad and tacky remnants from someone else's sad and tacky life. You're like, you know what? I'm actually doing pretty well for myself. Doing pretty good. I don't even buy that much stuff. I just like going and rummaging through the bric-a-brac. What is that? What is that? My favorite thing, though, is to come across like a whole collection of the same item. If you're into thrift stores, you know that sometimes you'll just find just a pile of porcelain dolls all together, just so creepy and unloved, right? And the other day, you guys, I saw over 60 frog figurines all together on one of those shelves. What happened there? You know what I mean? Did that person who owned those, did that person just wake up one morning and just smell something different in the air? They stretch their arms, they look around, they're just like, I'm over frogs. Oh my God, I'm over frogs. 20 years I've been collecting these frogs. Thousands of dollars invested. I lost my marriage over those frogs. We all know that's not what happened, right? That person died. Yeah, straight up croaked. All right? They did. Thank you. That's why I like going. I like imagining the stories behind the frogs. Goodness gracious me. Everybody, I I think you can tell from my general demeanor up here, I don't feel like much of an adult. I don't. I'm 27, very good at coloring, as mentioned, but in every other way, it eludes me. I will tell you, the one time a day, assuredly, I do feel like an adult, is when I tune in the mornings to the traffic report on the radio here in Denver. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do it. The woman that does the announcements is amazing, okay? Here's how she sounds. She comes on, she says, "Good morning. There has been an accident on Alameda near I-25. 35 to 45-minute delays are expected. There's been an explosion at the York Purina Dog Food Company. 4 fatalities reported and emergency crews have shut down one lane. Cars on 36 near Broomfield are spontaneously combusting. I'm Susan, that's traffic." He was like, "Whoa, Susan, pump the brakes. Why are you so chipper?" You know what I mean? She loves delivering like so much bad news to so many people. She fuels herself on it. So I realized, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna hire Susan to deliver to me the news I need to hear about my life, right? Just to soften the blow. She'll love it. I'm only one me, right? Gives me a little ring and she says, "Good morning. Your youth is slowly slipping from your fingertips. You will never conceivably crawl out from underneath your student loan debt. And your skin is somehow both oily and dry. I'm Susan, that's tragic." You guys, that's my time. My name is Cody Spyker. I'm gonna welcome back to the stage your host, Shannon.
Cody Spyker, everyone. No, yeah, well, I don't know. Kevin, our sound guy. I don't want to upset Kevin, the sound guy. So do you mind sharing a mic with me?
No, we've already swapped germs. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Great. So thank you. First off, where are you performing next? How can we check you out again?
Yeah. Okay. So my plugs. I run a weekly show in Littleton, south of Denver, every Thursday night at a place called The Alley at 8 p.m. And I also have a weekly podcast, and we plug some shows there. It's called Ice Cream Social. Available on Podbean, iTunes, and sexbotcomedy.com. So that's where to find me.
Great. And what's your website as well? Is it Ice Cream Social as well?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't have a personal website quite yet. Friend me on Facebook. We can be friends. So
I want to be friends.
Yeah,
I'm just going to be needy. Okay, let's be friends now. All right. Well, thank you so much. One more round of applause for Cody Spyker. Let's give it up.